going.
Definitely?
Yes.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm Benjamin Webb from Capsule Computers. You may also know me as Linkage AF, and this is Little Kuriboh.
Hey!
Okay, can I call you that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love your hat.
I love my hat. Legend of Zelda, yes.
Huge Legend of Zelda fan myself.
Oh, yeah, which is your favorite?
Ocarina of Time.
I like Majora's Mask. It's a bit of a divisive opinion. I mean, second favorite, awesome. I also like Wind Waker.
Yes.
Wind Waker was very good. Nice top three.
Yes. Sorry about that.
That's right.
So, basically everybody really knows you from your Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series. How did that basically come about?
I was very bored one day and I decided I wanted to get into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandom somehow because I really wanted to get into a fandom. It was always all about trying to get into the fandom and be sort of part of a big community. And somebody pointed out to me that, you know, I kind of, while trying to break into a fandom, I kind of created a whole separate fandom that I was at the top of, which was a really weird situation for me. But I really wanted to get into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fandom, and originally I wanted to write fan fiction, which isn't really going to get you anywhere if you're trying to be noticed or something. But I didn't write any fan fiction at first, but I did try and do a bunch of videos where I took the audio from a separate source and I applied it to Yu-Gi-Oh! And the first of which I did was, have you heard of I'm Alan Partridge?
No, I haven't.
It's an old British sitcom, and I took an audio clip from that and I applied it to a scene with Pegasus and Yami having a conversation, and people in a particular Yu-Gi-Oh! Community loved it. And I made a few more videos like that, but then I did Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged Series Episode 1, which I did mostly because I realized I could kind of do an approximation of some of the character voices, like Tristan and stuff like that, which was like, oh, I'm kind of an idiot man-child. And I thought, well, I can do the voices pretty well, I might as well try and do a video out of that. And so I did, and I made the Abridged Series, and people liked it, you know, 10 or 12 people liked that, so I said, you know, I could do another one. People seem to want another one, so I did another one, and then 10 or 12 people liked that. And then 30 or 40 people liked the next one, and then 3,000 or 5,000 people liked the one after that, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and by the time Bandit Cube came around, it was like, I could see people posting like threads on forums that had nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! That were like 20 or 30 pages long, and I was like, how is this possible? I don't know. And then eventually conventions started inviting me, and it just, I don't know when it's going to start snowballing, you know, it's really strange, but that's how it all started, was boredom.
Sweet. I remember a few years ago, you and a few other Abridged creators had a kind of war going on.
Yeah.
How did that, like, come to it?
It was not actually planned whatsoever. It was one of these things that I just randomly threw into a video, and people latched onto it and were like, you know what, we could actually make something out of this. It didn't really go anywhere, which is unfortunate because something like that really should have gone somewhere, because it was kind of cool for everybody watching. It was sort of like when Marvel has like crossovers between the comics and they all fight, and it's like who's stronger than them, and I kind of wanted it to be something like where I started the war accidentally, and then everybody else kind of ganged up on me, and I lost somehow without even knowing that it was happening. But it didn't end up turning out that well. But it was fun while it lasted. It was cool to see everybody kind of getting in on it.
Yeah, it was entertaining while it lasted.
Yeah.
What a lot of lesser fans might not know about you is that you did stage acting, I believe.
Yes.
Have you been doing that for long?
I did it for about 3-4 years. And I haven't been able to do it recently because I've been kind of in flux. I've been sort of in there's no like local theatre group where I am right now, but I did do quite a few productions, and I really loved doing that, and it helped me, but it also it was weird because when I was stage acting and I was doing the abridged thing, I kind of got into the mindset where like I would start trying to think of a character's voice before I would think of like a character's motive. So I would always try and find the voice before I even thought about what I should be doing with my body on stage. And everybody kind of commented on it. Everybody was like, you're doing a weird voice, but you're not doing anything like the character should be doing. So I didn't really know if I was helping what I was doing or if I was hurting it. But I always felt more confident when I had the voice in my head. And then slowly I would have to sort of back off, and I would have to take the voice out of it and try and focus more on just being myself and portraying a character. And a few times I did really well, I thought, but sometimes I just kind of did a gimmicky voice. But I mean, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I would recommend it to anyone.
Sweet. As you may already know, we are a gaming website, so I have to ask you some obligatory gaming questions.
Oh yeah.
What is your favorite gaming console of all time?
Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast. Yeah. I loved it. I mean, Shenmue, one of my favorite games. Shenmue 1 and 2, and it was such a shame that it didn't do as well as it should have, because it was a phenomenal console.
I've never actually owned a Dreamcast myself, but I did play a few of them like at friends' places and in shops. So
yeah. I mean, they were hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
People just weren't buying them.
So you do voice work and stuff on your own. If a game developer approached you and asked you to do a voice for their game, would you like that?
Absolutely. I'd be totally down for that. It would be a dream come true. You know, I mean, I actually know some people who've actually done that. I mean, Person Holding the Camera has done that in a few games, but personally, to be in a game in any shape or form would be awesome.
Do you have any particular developer you would absolutely kill to get into?
I don't know if I'd ever stand a chance at it, but Suda51, who did like No More Heroes and Killer 7 and stuff like that, I'd love to do something with them. Or even something like Metal Gear, I'd love to have my neck broken by Snake at some point. That'd be wonderful.
Sweet. So I guess one more question. Say, I don't know, BioWare approached you,
oh, yeah?
and they said, we want you to do a cameo in The Old Republic.
Oh my god, yes. I would be totally down for that, because Knights of the Old Republic is my favourite RPG of all time. Absolutely. And then the MMO, I'm totally buying that day one. And I just love BioWare's work in general is phenomenal. It's wonderful. Mass Effect, Knights of the Old Republic, what else? Dragon Age. Yes, Dragon Age was a brilliant RPG. Fantastic.
Did you play any of the older stuff like Baldur's Gate?
I had Baldur's Gate 2, and I played that online quite a bit, yeah.
That was
a great game.
Alright, Martin, LittleKuriboh, thank you for your time.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure talking to you.
You too.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Are we cool?
Yeah.